welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, I'm LordGXK and I like to delve into all things horror. Today, I want to talk about a movie that I came across not too long ago. A movie like this kind of made me think about what constitutes as like real horror. I mean, most of the time we look at a horror movie and say, oh, we want the blood, the guts, the gore, the demons, the slasher element and everything. But what happens when you run across a movie that evokes like other emotions in you, like family, love, stuff like that, protection, because that's what we all want. We all want to protect our loved ones, right? So this movie right here made me start thinking about stuff like that. My heart can't beat unless you tell it to. This movie right here, I looked it up, and in IMDb said it came out in 2020, but I didn't come across it until this year in January on Amazon Prime Movies. If you have Prime Movies, you should be able to go and watch it without any extra subscriptions, but hurry up, because sometimes if movies are really good, it'll transfer to like rent or pay or another subscription service. But anyway, when I came across it, it was saying, that it was horror and everything, and I went and, Google searched it real quick, and I seen the movie poster. As you can see on the movie poster right here, it definitely has that horror element to it. It's like, there's something going on between the guy and the woman, and you can see the red in the middle, which is, like symbolizing blood. And there's a red shading on the poster on the woman's and the man's side that has that blood feeling, because blood can pretty much signifies like danger or killing, violence, stuff like that. And boy, there some violence in this movie right here. This movie starts out super fast, and when I say super fast, I mean like in your face, like, oh, I can't believe it just happened. Oh yeah, it happened. And when that particular moment happens, within the first few minutes, you automatically know the direction that the movie is going in. So what makes the movie unique is that yes, it's in your face right away and you know what's going on, but at the same time, it's time for the story. It's time to, show the audience like what's going on. The only thing is they don't exactly show you why it's happening, but you actually just basically been dropped in the lives of these three people. And now you're starting to see, what they're going through on a daily basis. Sometimes you don't necessarily need the, explanation or the how or the why. Sometimes it's just good to tell the story of what these people are going through on a daily basis. And that's the way I interpreted it. I didn't interpret it as like the modern horror movie where you have this going on and then you turn around and you have the explanation of what's going on, why this is happening, and how it happened. This movie doesn't answer any of that, and I was definitely okay with that. When I'm like watching it, I'm just like, at the same time, I'm thinking that I'm gonna get that, right? And I say around my second time watching it, things started to open up a little bit for me. I will admit, the first time I watched it, I was a little disappointed, and then when I went back and watched it again, I started watching it from another point of view. My mind, I shift gears in my mind to kind of match the tone of the movie, because sometimes when we watch these horror films, we're like, hey, let's bring it on. I want the explanations, I want this, I want that, I want that, I want that. Sometimes if it's just a one and done, you may not get an explanation for what's going on. Sometimes it's good to just follow the story of the characters and just basically plop yourself down in their everyday lives and just kind of put yourself in their shoes of what they're experiencing every single day. And that's what I liked about it. I will say the only thing I didn't like about it was the ending. The ending just kind of threw me for a loop. I even rewinded a few times to see if I can pull something out from the ending, but there was nothing that I could pull from it. I mean, you can watch the ending and see if you can like pull out something from it, any kind of interpretation that you can get. I couldn't really get anything out of it, but overall the movie was good. If I had to put it on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, 1 being the worst, I have to give it like a 7. And the reason I give it a 7 is because the ending was like, I don't know, they didn't really explain anything through the movie. That's fine and dandy, but the ending, they could have did a little bit better with it. I feel like there's probably, like, if you get the DVD version or something, or some kind of Blu-ray version, they will probably have some deleted scenes. Maybe there's another ending that they wanted to use and they just decided to go on this one. Who knows? But overall, the movie was pretty decent. I would recommend it to anyone that wants a horror movie that's kind of, you want to shift the gears a little bit. You don't want something that's always to give you that explanation. Sometimes you may just want to put yourselves in somebody else's shoes in a real life situation. And when I say real life situation, I'm not talking about like your family member is like a vampire or a werewolf or something like that. I mean, just putting yourself in a real life situation of trying to care for your family, trying to make sure everything's okay with them, their well-being, stuff like that, because we all go through that on a daily basis, whether you care for your mother, your father, your children, aunts, uncles, or whatever. And there was a lot of that in this movie, protecting loved ones. That's basically what it is. Just a story about what two older siblings are going through, protecting their younger sibling and trying to care for them and everything. So there was a kind of a tearjerker moment, towards the end. It didn't make me cry, but if you just kind of submerge yourself in the movie, it may, get you in a little bit of a soft spot there. So anyway, I recommend it. Go check it out, watch it. You've got Prime Movies, it's there, ready for the taking. So go and check it out, and I'll see you all on the next one. If it's your first time here, please leave the video a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section, let me know what you thought about the movie and all that good stuff, and I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Later, bye.